This is the deep space of the universe beyond the Earth, like a solitary boat shrouded in silence, floating in the dark universe. From its background, we seem to see no stars, which makes it seem like two completely different worlds compared to viewing the night sky from Earth. So, why in all spacewalks is the area around Earth a uniform, terrifying dark color? Are we living in an unreal world? Where do the usual stars go? This is a passage once spoken by an astronaut from our country.
I feel like it's especially dark all around. I just want to see what is around me and what is beneath my feet. I look down inadvertently and wow!
Black, deep and bottomless black.
Indeed, in the Earth setting where he was, not even a single star could be seen, causing him an overwhelming sense of terror under the influence of the overview effect. But that's not all. There are also videos of the Earth rising over the moon shot by Apollo, and footage of astronauts from various countries working outside the spacecraft. The scenes of ordinary people exiting the spacecraft Dragon are without exception, in a universe that is eerie, terrifying and dark. There are even conspiracy theorists who believe that humans live in a virtual world and think this is the interference of the lunar matrix on human vision. However, through scientific progress, these so-called conspiracies naturally collapse on Earth. During the day, the sunlight is extremely strong, its brightness far exceeding the light emitted by other stars, completely obscuring the faint starlight. Especially when sunlight enters the Earth's atmosphere, the short wavelength blue light is scattered in all directions by the atmosphere and ozone layer, making the entire sky appear bright blue. This scattered light is much stronger than starlight, making it impossible to see stars during the day, whereas at night, we turn our backs to the sun, and our view is no longer directly obscured by sunlight, so we can see a lot of starlight. So why can't astronauts see stars in space? In fact, astronauts can see stars. Although most publicly released space photos or videos do not capture stars, this is mainly related to the astronauts' photography skills and the interference of surrounding ambient light. In space or on the moon, there is no oxygen, no blue sky, and no reflected light, so the environment around is naturally dark. Especially when using photographic equipment to capture high-definition images of the Earth and astronauts, it is not possible to simultaneously record bright objects and dim starlight. Therefore, the camera's exposure parameters should focus on the subject and shorten the exposure time. As a result, the faint starlight cannot be captured by the sensor due to insufficient exposure. Let's look at the human eye, which works on a principle similar to a camera. When astronauts work in bright environments in space, their pupils will constrict due to the influence of sunlight, reducing the amount of light entering the eyes, making it difficult to see dimmer stars. However, when they are in dark environments, especially on the dark side of the moon away from the sun, their eyes gradually adapt to the darkness, and they can see more stars. During the Apollo moon landing, stars were not captured in the photos, despite NASA's explanation that the camera's exposure settings were adjusted to capture lunar surface details. However, there are still many people who believe that the Apollo moon landing was a hoax. But regardless, astronauts who traveled on Apollo to the dark side of the moon have indeed reported that they could see stars when avoiding the strong light from Earth and the sun. So with current scientific explanations, we are actually not living in an illusionary reality, nor is there any influence from a lunar matrix. However, there are indeed many phenomena in the universe that humans currently cannot explain, and this is undoubtedly a fact.